Seattle won the toss. They have elected to defer. Sebastian Janikowski, been around for 19 years. Long-time Raider. Tremont Smith, who had a 97-yard run back earlier this season against New England. Back to receive, and off we go. Big game in Seattle tonight, and we begin with a touchback. That leads the league in yards and points. You saw Mitchell Schwartz there in his 7th year. The right tackle has never missed a snap. And they begin with a little toss back to Tyreek Hill. And Hill gets stopped a yard or two shy of the first down. There he is, 2nd down and 2. Kelsey moves over to the left side in the slot. Keeps it, and then it's deflected. Dad, of course, was a pitcher for 11 years in the major leagues. 3rd down and 2. Mahomes steps up, feels the pressure. Out of the pocket he goes, deep downfield, and it is incomplete at the 20-yard line. Intended Dustin Colquitt in his 14th season as a Kansas City Chief. Sends it skyward at the 20-yard line. Tyler Lockett. He'll get knocked down at the 24. The ball is out. The ball is out, but they're going to say that he was down. Seahawks begin their opening drive back at the 22. Russell Wilson in his 7th season hands the ball off to Chris Carson, having a great year. He may reach 1,000 rushing yards this year. But one that was last year when they faded down the stretch, even though they finished 9 and 7. 2nd down and 9. And again, this is Carson, the 7th-round draft choice. So 3rd down and 8. Wilson likes to say from a whole pack of Badgers, spent 3 years in North Carolina State as his action up front. A few Sunday night games this year.
Start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That they love to do to get their running game going.
More than any team in the league by far. So it's 3rd and 13 now. Wilson out of the pocket. He can run, you all know that. And Wilson's going to pick up the 1st down and a few more. Out of from the 38-yard line. Wilson deep down the left sideline. It's incomplete. Back. Torn Achilles opening day last year and did not play this year until last week against the Chargers. 2nd and 10. Wilson under pressure. Fine time. Fires. And that's going to be caught by Baldwin.
Seahawks for 3 or 4 seconds with Russell Wilson playing quarterback.
Bring the fullback in. The fullback is Trey Madden. He'll lead the way for Carson. And Carson stays in bounds, 1st down, and he picks up a lot more as well.
One of the great power runners in football this year.
Late 7th-round pick last year, through the middle to the 23. Inactive tonight. And Madden stays in the game fullback, and this time it's Mike Davis, and he'll pick up a 1st down before he is taken down at the 12-yard line.
Season, and they will do the same to this Chiefs defense.
Davis, boy, he gets taken down hard.
And they've done it, and it's really worked out great.
J.D. McKissick is now the back. Flip it to him. McKissick around the corner. And Volks out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Carson back in there. 11th play of the opening drive for the Seahawks. And Carson, like last week, it looks like he's stopped. And he gets the touchdown.
Hero loved him from the start. Watch him as he comes in here, and he almost has to bounce it twice to get out and around. But you can think this guy is on the ground. He is not. One of my favorite stories about him was one of his college teammates that asked him one time, how is it a guy that can squat 600 pounds run over anybody? He took it personally, and he's been taking it out on everybody in the NFL.
Janikowski for the extra point. So the big play on the drive. So 7-0 Seahawks. Short kick will be returned by Tremont Smith from the 9. Up to the 26, and the ball is out. Big scramble. And no signal yet. They'll have to get to the bottom of this one. Weeks ago. So he went out. Spencer Ware took his place, but Ware is also hurt. He's out. So it's Williams, the former Dolphin, who's looked good so far and looks good right here as he skirts the sideline and he steps out of bounds near midfield. That's a gain of 25, who he takes it from the 25 to the 50. That's Hill in motion. Fake to him. Pass comes out here to Williams. And Williams picks up about 6 yards. Bobby Wagner, the heart and soul of that defense, will be going to his 5th consecutive Pro Bowl. There he is, fabulous season. Again, 2nd and 3. Mahomes the pump fake. Buying time, comes back the other way, and that's incomplete. Well, he's only played in 3 games this season because of knee issues. Came back in the middle of the year, then went out again, and back tonight, 3rd down and 3, and they toss it back to Damian Williams, and he will move the sticks, and Wagner's there to knock him down.
Pittsburgh, and now we're seeing it again in Kansas City.
Now their other back, also Williams, no relation, Darrell, a rookie out of LSU. They send him out into the flat, and Mahomes launches one, and 2 deep. And 2nd and 10. Mahomes is chased, throws, and that's incomplete. It's dropped. That's Demetrius. Charkandrick West is now in the backfield, number 30 on 3rd down and 10. Mahomes fires, and that's too high for Tyreek Hill from 54. Dustin Colquitt to put it down. And that kick draws through. Become Russell Wilson's favorite target. And down this one in the end zone, and they begin from.
Incredibly close losses by the Steelers coming down the stretch. It's amazing they could be out of the playoffs.
Including today, George Fant is back, and it's a 2-yard gain for Chris Carson up to the 27-yard line.
So ball control, defensive-minded Pete Carroll, it all goes together.
And 10 turnovers in 14 games. Carson again up the middle, up to the 32-yard line.
Did not get that explosion that everybody else seems to get.
3rd down and 3. Wilson fires, and that's caught, and that's a 1st down out to the 41-yard line.
On a distance because their pass rush is better than this offensive line.
And Wilson under pressure, throwing deep downfield, and you've got a flag being thrown.
Okay.
Pass interference. Defense number 20. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Each back in 2009 had a perfect passer rating. Wilson under pressure and throws that one at the feet of Mike Davis.
On the outside, he has the ability to go up and do a little jump ball, make some plays.
Here goes Davis to the 28-yard.
Like madmen.
Oldest coach in the league at 67. He's got the heart of about a 25-year-old as that pass is caught in the 20-yard line by Doug Baldwin. Tempo, controlling the pace. Big time the possession advantage, obviously, when you do that, as Mike Davis gets to the 15-yard line.
I had said that he has been a superstar. Didn't get in the Pro Bowl, which is amazing.
2nd and 7. Wilson somehow escapes, but not this time. Gets out of trouble initially. 3rd down and 10. Play clock down to 2. Wilson surveying, gets out of the pocket. He lives out of the pocket. Flag is thrown, and Wilson throws it away. I weighs in front of me.
Offense number 74. Penalties declined. Result of the play. 4th down.
George Fant. From 36 yards. Ooh, close. Hits the upright. Crowd roaring. This drive begins at the 26-yard line. Mahomes under pressure, gets sacked back at the 16-yard line. 26th sack of the year against Mahomes. 8 yards there. And now on 2nd and 18, trying to spin his way out past the 20-yard line is Damian Williams. It'll be 3rd down and about 15. 3rd down and 13. Mahomes pressured again, slides away, fires, caught up at the 42-yard line. Late December night. 1st down for Kansas City here in the first play of the 2nd quarter is Williams, Damian Williams.
Run the football. It's one of the things that when Shaquem Griffin's in there, they're going to try and go right up the middle a little bit more.
Ball start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
second down and 9 through the middle. Nice hold develops there for Damian Williams 2 times. So deep down the chart they go. Here's the 3rd and 1. Williams again to the outside. He goes for a big gain. Tries to stay in bounds and by Bill.
There's no foul for a hit out of bounds. The runner was still inbounds. Result of the play, first down.
21 yards. West is now the back. Hill in motion. Give it to him. Tyreek Hill following blocking.
The polish of a receiver.
Second down and 1. There he goes again. And through the middle on a 2nd and 1. And getting that 1 yard is Charkandrick West. Mahomes on a 1st and 10. Throws. Caught over the middle. And this is the big tight end, Kelsey. Damian Williams back in the backfield. Rolling. Throwing. Williams makes the catch for the touchdown.
To try and play the run and as a DB be able to get there. That is a long way to go when the running back knows exactly what he's doing and you've got traffic to try and get through. That one's a little tough.
Chiefs take the lead for the first time tonight with a...
Sometimes you hear criticism of Andy Reid, but that was brilliant play calling all the way down the field.
He's morphing into a modern-day Don Coryell on that time-lapse shot. And back we come just south of downtown Seattle, where that ball will be downed in the end zone by Tyler Lockett.
The most. Even though you say, all right, they gained 5 yards and average pass is 7 yards, it still wounds them more when they get runs against them.
Yeah, Kansas City ran for 50 of those 79 yards.
The old story of what's been going on here, almost as many touchdown passes this year as last year when he led the league.
2nd and 10. Under the tutelage of Brian Schottenheimer.
Really put some pressure on the pass rushers.
So Kendall Fuller, the cornerback, inactive tonight. Mike Davis is in the backfield. Wilson stepping away. Here he goes, and he will run for not a first down because he went down a little early. He has had. And you would think he's going to try to keep it away from Tyreek Hill. Let's see. It's a line drive kick, and he does keep it away from Hill. Then it goes out of bounds near the 20-yard line. The fake, and then it's Tyreek Hill making the catch. That's a gain of 14.
With Drew Brees leading the way down there.
Who threw for 326 yards against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he got a flag down before the snap here.
Ball start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Jeff Allen has maybe they'll give him a little bit of the edge in that regard. As Damian Williams is going to get spun around and loses the ball, and the Seahawks are going to be able to pick it up.
Great unknowns out there.
For sure. From the 21, Carson cuts it back. Picks up about 9. Touching tonight for the Seahawks. Bring the fullback in, Trey Matt. He leads the way for Carson through the middle.
Great plays on the goal line a week ago. He is their key guy, number 29.
He was on a pitch count last week. Played 30 snaps in the first half. Carson to the outside, and he will get taken down to the 8-yard line by D. Ford. 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground. Carson takes it to the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. This is the back. Seattle down by 3. Wilson rolling and looking and firing, and it's tipped and it's incomplete because of flag.
Pass interference. Defense number 35. The foul's in the end zone. Ball placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
Foul no matter
so
what.
Andy's going to try to challenge him.
The ruling on the field that the ball was tipped prior to the pass interference. Timeout. After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. The contact was prior to the tip.
And it shouldn't have been on the 1-yard line. It should have been halfway to the goal.
Yes.
All right, so now it's 1st and goal from the 1 after all that. Carson is the back, and he cannot take it into the end zone.
Whenever he's there, you better be ready to play a corner route because he is the master of that one.
Second and goal. Instead, they go the other way for the touchdown to Nick Bannett.
Baseball instead of football. Here he comes, right down the line. Sorensen's right in his face. He doesn't even care what kind of pass he throws out there. Just kind of
like they're playing baseball. They were both drafted to play Major League Baseball. Janikowski for the extra point. Bangs that through with 5.5 to a dry night, comfortable night. And Janikowski will send it down through the end zone. From the 25-yard line. Mahomes is 5 of 11 for 59 yards. Keep it on the ground, and that's a 5-yard gain for Damian Williams. Drafted in the same draft just before Russell Wilson. Bobby a second rounder, Russell a third. Little spinorama there. And Williams keeps those legs moving to set up a 3rd down and 1 at the 34-yard line. But don't put him in a conventional spot. There he is in the slot to the left. And it's a keeper for Mahomes. And a timeout was taken by Seattle before the snap.
hold of him either.
Sherman's the fullback. Williams, and he's going to get taken down before he can get the line to gain. Frank Clark drafted Dustin Colquitt. That's a pretty good career. Been their punter for 14 years. That with his Pittsburgh during the glory years and his 2 Super Bowl rings. And this punt will bounce at the 11-yard line and go into the end zone.
I don't know about
did it, or did it, or did it?
He jumped in the field of play, so it's like an out-of-bounds play in basketball.
Bounces. Look at this.
Really got to build. Ball's first touch to the 9-yard line. Seattle ball, first down.
Great special teamer. Played his college football at University of Hawaii. And that is Chris Carson, who gets taken down by the ankle.
This comeback season of theirs that looked like it wasn't going to go very well early on.
Big transformation on the 2nd down and 9. Carson fighting his way for a first down to the first down from the 21-yard line. Mike Davis is the back. Wilson fires 39-yard line. That's Tyler Lockett.
Run, you get them in single coverage and man-to-man, and then you let these receivers go to work.
Wilson fires again down the right side. That's incomplete. Everybody wants a flag, and there it comes.
Pass interference. Defense number 35. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
In that spot. Seattle has run already in the half for 120 yards, passed for only 52. And Wilson almost got swallowed up, and that was tipped. His arm was jarred as he got it away by Justin Houston. So Wilson 5 of 10 for 55 yards. A minute and a half to go in the half. A deep drop by Russ. And somehow he avoids a sack here and is able to run for a nice gain down to the 37-yard line. D Ford play on 3rd and 3.
Man coverage. He wants to throw it.
And stepping away, dumps it off, and it's going to be caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. Ed Dixon to the Pro Bowl, grew up in Australia. Nose down, puts backspin on it. Hill is there, and that bounces at the 10-yard line.
We'll let it bounce. And want that clock to tick.
Of course, with Mahomes and Hill, anything is possible, but they keep it on the ground. Damian Williams will spin his way out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes slides around, passes incomplete. To one side, Kelsey says, get over here. Play clock at 1. Mahomes dancing and firing over the middle, and that is caught by a wide open Conley, and the ball is punched away from him. And then Hill is there, but Seattle will recover. Very costly. And Wilson will just take a knee, and the Seahawks will go to the locker room, and it's a pretty good half.
Deep safeties, help underneath for the cornerbacks. Don't get beat deep. Run the football. We don't care.
Seattle trying to clinch a wild card spot. They will get the ball, and they will start from the 25. Now from the 25-yard line, the Seahawks begin this drive with Carson around the left side, and Chris Carson fighting his way for 15 yards. Carson for a gain of 15. Bring the fullback in the game. This is Carson stepping over a couple of bodies and picking up 4.
And I think around the line of scrimmage, he can do a little more in this game.
Added juice. 2nd down and 6 from the 44. Whistle. No. It's Wilson. Somebody blew a whistle. Chiefs don't blitz very often. Will they come here? They do. Send an extra man. And the catch is made by Nick Vanette.
Their hands quickly.
Fake to Davis. Fired over the middle. Caught at the 30-yard line by Baldwin, exploiting it. 3 catches for him. Only 1 for Lockett tonight. This is Mike Davis, the number 2 back.
Playing the run, they're not able to take advantage.
And the fake to Davis. Little change up to Lockett. Flag is thrown, though.
Holding.
Will be a 1st and goal. But
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
call that one.
I don't like that, right?
That's the key. 2nd and 17. Wilson fires near side. That's Lockett, so he makes the catch here, and that one counts. And a 3rd and 6. Look out! Sacked at the 29-yard line. You got
Working for the Chiefs.
a half a sack for each, and a 47-yard attempt by Sebastian Janikowski with a flag on the play at the 30.
No foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense number 25. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down. Correct? 24.
And I'm not over to practice drop kicking.
For sure. From the 14-yard line, Wilson now has the ball to Chris Carson. And Wilson flushed out, keeps his eyes downfield, throws too high.
You look at his numbers, they're pretty darn good. He's done a nice job this year.
This is the 11th play of this drive, and it's thrown, and it is caught at the sideline, but out of bounds. David Moore.
Maybe as he plants it.
Dixon will hold it. It's a 28-yard attempt, and no problem. And now you're going to see, here it is. A drop kick kickoff that goes all the way down to the 4-yard line. Tremont Smith.
Oh, they're going to love that.
Beautiful coverage. Tremendous.
They're going to.
From the 17-yard line. Send Williams out into the slot as they go 5 wide here. And Mahomes fires, and that is caught up at the 40-yard line by Travis Kelce. The 40-yard line. Hill in motion. Mahomes comes back the other way. Williams. Damian Williams gets across the 50. And he'll be stopped at the 49-yard line. With held him to 1 catch tonight. He's run the ball twice for 17 yards. Mahomes hangs in the pocket, fires, and that one is caught.
And get back to showtime.
And here they drop it off on a screen to Williams, and he goes nowhere from the 37-yard line. Mahomes directing traffic, will keep it. And before the typical roaring crowd, blitz coming, dumped over the middle, and somehow, some way holding on is Kelce.
It's like man again.
Mahomes, that shoulder shake, buys time, fires on the run. West for the touchdown. Charkandrick West got free. Mahomes with that little shake of the shoulders.
All right, here we go. There's West in the backfield, but don't take your eyes off Mahomes. Watch the arm angle, almost underhand here. Back across his body. I don't know what sort of flexibility, drills he does or was born with or whatever the case. That's unbelievable.
He's 30th touchdown pass on the road, and that's a new NFL record, breaking the mark held by Tom Brady. Butker for the extra point, and we have a tie ball game. 18 remaining in the third. And the Hawks will have it at the 25. And
like to spend Christmas in the hospital getting treatment, and God bless him for all he does.
Drive begins at the 25. Good night for Carson. Your Carson is now
Amazing. Look at that hand.
and threw a perfect spiral as well. Carson again. Up to the 41-yard line. Boy, you look at this Carson. Play action. A lot of time. Fires. Caught at the Kansas City 41-yard line for a gain of 19 yards. Vinovich.
Ball start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Van. It's first and 15 here. On the ground again. This time there is nowhere to go for Carson. Justin Houston stands him up.
Ford on the other side, and of course Chris Jones inside. They're tough.
Second and 17. Carson started one way, goes the other, but the coverage is great again.
The run.
Let's see if they do indeed blitz on 3rd and 15. Just send 4. Wilson.
They're spying
Ton of
Justin
time, look
Houston.
out from behind, and then it's caught at the 42, and breaking a tackle is Ed Dixon for a first down. Gain of 18 for Dixon, who was with the Ravens and won a Super Bowl with them a few years back. And now through the middle goes Mike Davis. Final minute of the third. 2nd and 8. Wilson to the corner. Touchdown! Doug Baldwin.
Let's take a look. He cleanly makes the catch here. Let's see what hits down. Doesn't it look like his hip hit down inbounds? Terry, you want to take a shot?
Yeah. First of all, touching the pylon doesn't put him out of bounds. So does he get 2 feet and a hit or another body part down? There's 1 foot. Elbow, looks like elbow comes down in bounds. That puts him in.
Did the hand hit out of bounds? Tough attitude. What a play.
Janikowski for the point after. Doug Baldwin, undrafted, and he'll drop kick it again. Last one went to the 3-yard line. There is the kick. But this time it's no good because it's out of bounds, and that means at the 40-yard line is where Mahomes. 7-point game at the 40. First play of this drive is play action and a pass that is low, intended for Tyreek Hill and incomplete. It'll be second.
Now back to 2 deep safeties.
Both quarterbacks are 12 of 20 tonight at 60%. Mahomes stepping up and then throws, and that's low. Third and 10. Extra man rushing. Mahomes stepping away, and he just flings that.
Game. Akeem King has done some good stuff against Kelsey.
Colquitt's punt, returnable. Lockett steps out of bounds in front of the Kansas City bench at the 31-yard line.
Season, so that would shatter a record.
And what should be the final play of the quarter? That's Chris Jones making his presence felt.
Because they'll have to play during that first wild card weekend.
Right. 2nd down and 11. Wilson throws near side, and the catch is made. 3rd and 3. Some showing blitz, but then they back off, and Wilson throws, and a little too deep.
Usually he puts such arc on the ball that he always gives his receivers a chance.
Dixon, that's an ugly punt that will skid to a halt outside the 29-yard line.
Here he is, making magic again this year.
Right. He backed up Alex Smith for 1 year, then he went with Doug Peterson, and you know the rest of the story. Mahomes throws, that's Hill.
Look out.
First down, a few more. Up to the 46 goes from the 46. Williams. And he's able to work his way to midfield.
Those Patriots, they have a great sense of humor.
Oh, sure. 2nd and 6. It's a laugh factory. Demarcus Robinson.
You know what? I'm going to let my potential MVP take over.
Fires a little low, and Conley short hopped it.
So many magical things. You can't possibly, like Aaron Rodgers, you can't tell him not to do it.
And 2nd and 10 inside the 40-yard line.
On the edge again. He blitzed from there last time off the left edge, and here he comes.
On 3rd and 4, Mahomes throws, and that will be hauled in at the 5-yard line by Tyreek Hill.
May not be quite as comfortable throwing now with this bunch in.
Steeder in motion, pass to Williams, and Williams looking for room, finds none. 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal. Hill, bottom of the screen. In motion now. Fake it to him, and then you get a flag.
Ball start. Offense number 87. 5-yard penalty.
The big receiver, Kelvin Benjamin, off to the right if they wanted to throw an alley-oop.
Just picked him up from Buffalo, and the pass is knocked away. Mahomes spins away, being chased down, running out of room. Was he out of bounds or not? Well, the catch was out of bounds. We know that. Yard attempt for Harrison Butker. And that will make it a 4-point game. The competition is hot at CenturyLink Field. A 4-point game with Butker. Sending it to the goal line, and coming out will be Lockett. And Lockett with a little crease. Drive begins at the 30-yard line with play action. Wilson firing to the 50-yard line. Lockett. He takes it to the KC 4. Carson is the back. Bring the fullback Trey Madden in. Wilson escapes. Does a Houdini. Down the middle he runs and slides to a stop at the 17-yard line. Who led the team last year in rushing by a mile because of injuries to running backs. Through the middle. Gaping hole. Carson. And Kansas City with a porous rush defense unless you've got 205 ground yards. 1st and goal. Wilson, great protection, and then throws, and that's incomplete.
Straight up man coverage now. If you have a pick play, run it now.
Wilson shovels it back to Mike Davis to the 3-yard line. He goes. The back comes up on the 3rd and goal. Davis flanks him. Wilson to the back of the end zone, and that's incomplete. But there's a flag down. Jerron Brown was the intended receiver this season.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 39. Half minutes to the goal. Automatic first down.
And Hunt reports eligible. That's the 5th first down by penalty tonight for Seattle. And Wilson is throwing, and that is caught. Ed Dixon with a touchdown.
I saw yours. I'm going to one-up you here. Coming off to his right with that little flick of his like he's playing second base for the New York Yankees. No problem at all. The creative minds, the youthful creative minds.
Ends, Vanette, and now Dixon. Janikowski, who was shaken up earlier, boots that one through, and we are halfway through the 4th quarter. The 20, Janikowski now will kick off after Dixon had kicked off twice to the 5-yard line. Smith, Draymond Smith, brings it back out to the 28-yard line. Is going to go home after next week, with Baltimore holding the upper hand. Little screen. Williams starts to stumble and moves forward up to the 33-yard line.
So something's going to giddy up on this play.
Mahomes over the middle. Tight window there and hits Conley.
Just get him up. He's not thinking about anything now. Let's just go.
Street ball. Kelsey. Tackle. Wagner is there along with Hill.
And his mentality in these situations.
Yeah, Andy had Brett Favre when he was an assistant under Mike Holmgren in Green Bay. And now Mahomes is going to get rid of it, and it's incomplete.
Not afraid of playing man coverage against this team. It's impressive to watch.
Sidearms it. It's going to be caught, but short of a first down. Yep, happened against the Chargers. Kansas City 10 of 11 on fourth down this season. Mahomes will get it with his legs and a lot more. Out of bounds at the 23. Now 11 of 12 on fourth down this season. Mahomes again, that shoulder shave to get away in the second and 10. Mahomes slides away again. West makes the catch. Trying to get the first down, and he does. Angles his way down to the
up into zones. He checks it down underneath. Now a little bit more.
Mahomes again, flushed out, throws.
Wow.
And it's caught for the touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson. How in the world? Puts it right on the money. Coverage is good. And
watch this. He's going to throw it outside the field of play. This is how perfect this throw is. He's going to reach across the boundary, still get his feet in. And for somebody like Shaquille Griffin, he's going, you got to be kidding me. I've got to cover the field and outside the field. Yep. What a great job with that back.
Wide to the right, Conley in the slot. Kelsey there on the right side for the two-point attempt. Hill comes in motion. Mahomes fakes it to him. Mahomes is going to run for it. Gets the 2 points. How do you stop him? At the outset with Microsoft, and he was a special man. Touchback here again. You know, Chris, we had a chance to, that's what the PGA, the decal on the Seahawks uniform stands for. Paul G. Allen. Up to the 30-yard line now goes Chris Carson, Reggie Ragland.
And Russell Wilson knows that he's on play.
In pocket ones. Claps for the snap and fires to the right side, and that's dropped by Doug Baldwin. That's Wilson on the 3rd and 6. Huge play here. And what about forward progress? Catch made David Moore, but
and that would not be reviewable.
They give him the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 34. And Chris Carson gets banged down immediately.
And let me get it back to him just one more time. For everybody up. This is pure blitz.
And Wilson going for it all. And it is somehow at the 21-yard line. Lockett holds it in.
Little throw by Russell Wilson.
45-yard gain. Back to the air. He wants to go. Instead, he's going to get sacked back at the 32. After a timeout taken by KC again on 2nd and 19. Wilson throws. It's one-handed and caught. Flag is down. Baldwin holds it in. They're going to call him down at the 1-yard line, but let's see about the flag, which is at the 15.
A lot of pushing and shoving.
Holding. Defense number 35. Penalty decline. Result in the play. First down.
1st and goal with 2.5. Beginning in regulation, and it's Carson who fights his way into the end zone.
And just saying, I am better than you. Nobody's going to block. Daniel Sorensen on the outside. Carson had him spied up the whole way. You can't tackle me. And we've seen it.
Extra point by Seabass is good. 6 in the seeding. At the moment they'd be 5 with Minnesota 6. Short kickoff. Fielded at the 8-yard line. Tremont Smith is into Seattle territory. Another big run back for him on a Sunday night. He pulled off a 96-31. Mahomes will dump it off, set up a screen. Damian Williams with blocking, and he'll take it inside the 20 for another first down. And apparently they do, but it's, or they hope they didn't. They hope they didn't, because he was going to get sacked from Vinovich.
Clock inadvertently stopped at 2:01. We're at the 2-minute warning.
Set Kelsey up on a wing to the left side as Mahomes retreats, throws too deep. Tyreek Hill is in the slot. Mahomes surveying, takes off, gets tackled from behind by Frank Clark.
You will kick the field goal and then try the onside.
3rd and 5. Mahomes reversing, fires sidearm, and that's out of bounds. Right down the middle to make it a 7.
Right end, big guy sitting right back there. They're going to try and protect him and let him catch the football.
If it doesn't hit the ground, well, forget that right now, and it will go out of bounds. Can pretty much
Out of bounds. 7. Ball we placed in the spot, out of bounds spot. Seattle ball, first down.
from the 50.
On the stretch.
If they win next week, they'll still be the #1 seed. I tell you, the Chargers got to the conference championship game. And this will be the final play of the night. And the Seattle Seahawks, who started the year with a record of 0-2 with losses at Denver and Chicago, turned it around, and it's probably as good a coaching job as Pete Carroll has done. I mean, he's had some great years. He has a Super Bowl ring. He has a college national championship. Only Barry Switzer and Jimmy Johnson have won the national titles in college and a Super Bowl. Turned it around, transformed the team. Legion of Boom is gone.